the video is identifying business flaws and opportunities. We're going to start with the present and the desired state of the company. The present state is a manufacturing company that runs perfectly good. It's been working for several years the same way. It has a defined amount of clients, and all the departments work towards the same goal. The desired state consists in reducing the cost in 15%. Either if it needs to be by firing 15% of the people or by improving certain processes in order to be 15% more productive and efficient. Now, I'm going to describe how the system works. First of all, I'm going to define each of the departments of the system. To start with, there is a sales department. It is in charge of contacting clients in order to increase the amount of products sold or to offer new products. There's also the marketing department that goes out to the streets to make market studies and try to acquire new clients. The third one is the logistics department, which has two main tasks. The first one is to analyze how the system needs to work in order to have the best results. The second task is to control the flow of the operations of the entire company. There's also the production department, that it is where the products are made. It starts with the raw materials and it ends with the delivery of the products. The human resources department is the one in charge of managing and acquiring talent. If there is a waste of people in a certain area, or the company hires persons that go against the company's vision, the human resources department is the one that is responsible for this. There's another department that's called quality. This one makes sure the product is being produced with the necessary standards. This department selects a series of tests that need to be made to the product in order to qualify certain characteristics and that it can be sold to certain clients at a defined price. At last, there is the IT department. It is in charge to have technological services for everybody in the company. Some examples are email, internet, and computer software. Now that we have defined the business structure, I'm going to talk a bit more about the stakeholders of the company, or as it is defined, the individuals or groups that are affected by the outcome of our product. To have an order, we're going to start with the CEO. The CEO, or Chief Executive Officer, will be comfortable once the project is executed, because his company will have a 15% reduction of costs. Therefore, his goal will be achieved. Now, if we consider the employees of the company as another stakeholder, they will have more work to do. We are not extending labor hours. With the time that they are working, they will have to be more focused and more productive. Another stakeholder of this project are the providers. One of the alternatives is to renegotiate the price of the raw materials, so if the company wants to reduce some costs, the providers will be involved in this process. Clients are also considered stakeholders in this process. Maybe the prices of our products will change. So one of the important points to be observed during the execution of this project is to contact the clients about these changes. The next step is to define which processes are made inside the production department. The first one is obtaining the product. This process is quite simple. The production department, along with the logistics department, define the amount of raw materials that are needed and that need to be acquired. And since the contact with the providers is already established, they only need to order the amount defined by the departments and wait the days that were specified in the contract. The second step is to start the production, which consists in two main parts. The first one is the injection process, which has several stages. Stages are preparing the mold, inject the molten material, cool the mold, and unload or demold the product. The second one is the assembly part. This part is mainly made by employees. There is almost no interaction with machines. In this part, all the injected parts that were made are assembled together in order to have the final product. The third step of the process is packaging. Packaging is where the finished product is secured in order to be delivered. The quality department has established certain standards and requirements of the package in order to be safe. The fourth and last step is delivery. In this part, the finished packed product is sent to each of our clients. All of the processes defined have one common problem. There is no measurement of time or efficiency in any of them. The only characteristic in which they are being measured is in the quality one. But if all of the others, there is no control. We're going to start talking about the strengths and weaknesses of the project we're trying to execute. We're going to start by mentioning the strengths, which are many. The first one that we found is that the company has many years working towards the same products, which gives them some certain quality level, because they know how to do the things they are doing. This can be observed in the happiness that the clients show towards their products. Another strength is that the company has a constant profit in all of their products, leading to a consistent income that makes the company able to operate for several years. As the processes and departments of the company were analyzed, some weaknesses were found. Even though it has over 25 areas of opportunity, this project only focuses on 7 weaknesses of the company. The weaknesses are energy consumption, manual assembly, price, inventory record, usage of material, time consumption, and manufacturing of certain pieces. As a team, we came up with those problems after deciding that the solution of those problems would come and would generate the fastest cost reduction. All of the other problems that we mentioned did not bring a short-term cost reduction, and that's why we chose the 7 that we mentioned earlier. The action plan that needs to be executed in order to solve these problems is the next one. First of all, we're going to verify with the quality department the real price of each product. Based on their quality compared to competition, the prices of the products will be redefined in order to produce more profit. Then, we're going to implement an inventory control process and a resource managing process in order to know what we have and what we need to produce. The next step is to start measuring energy consumption and analyze optimization strategies based on their results. Also, we're going to check the time that each area spends in each of their activities and see if we can improve the time taken. Likewise, we're going to determine the most expensive product and see if we can create a commercial alliance with other companies so they can produce that product and we can buy it at a reasonable price. The steps that need to be followed next in order to keep this plan working are that the departments involved in the solution, which are sales, marketing, production, quality assurance, and logistics, are constant and respect the changes that are going to be made.